Hey guys, alright. In this video, I'm going to apologize in advance if I get a little bit emotional. This is something that even talking about it with um, some of my friends gets me a little bit choked up. But for those of you going through some difficult times, maybe you've lost your job, maybe you don't have enough money to pay your bills, um, just trust in God. I said I said this in a couple previous videos, that I've always heard people say God provides, and I talked a little bit about when I realized that God actually does provide. And in this video, I kind of really want to emphasize, he's always here. He hears you. He knows your thoughts. He listens to you when you talk to him. He knows what you think. You know, he is here. He provides. He loves you. He doesn't. He's not going to abandon you. And in some of your more difficult times, he's always there for you. And in those really hard times is when he carries you through those hard times. There's a poem that I saw at my grandmother's house, and she's got it on her refrigerator, and it's called Footprints in the Sand. It's kind of a long poem, so I'm not going to read it, but I'll put maybe a link to a picture of it if you want to read it for yourself. It's really great. I really like it. But towards the end of the poem, it says, when I was going through all these difficult times, there's only one set of footprints in the sand, and Jesus replied, that that's when I carried you. Those footprints are mine. That might not be like the exact wording, but it's basically what it said. Through your more difficult times, he's beside you all the time. He never leaves your side. But through those really difficult times, he carries you and he picks you up and he brings you through those difficult times. So, what I want to talk about in this video is happened to me just a few months ago. I was going through some really crazy financial troubles. I was about to just lose my mind, and and I was driving to church. It was a Wednesday. I'm on my way to church. I'm listening to the radio, and I'm not really having a heart to heart with God. Jesus. Jesus and I weren't really friends that day. Um, I was in my car. I was hollering. I was angry. I'm blaming him for everything because for me, I felt like I had gone back to church. I had tried to better my life. I tried to live better and be there for people, and it was like it all backfired. And so I'm sitting in the car. I'm driving to church, and just having it out. I'm hollering, I'm yelling, I'm completely just angry. I'm I'm just like a little ball of rage. And after I get done with my little angry yelling out loud, the song came on the radio. There was a little pause, and the song started playing. And I think it's still a fairly new song. It's by Jeremy Camp. It's called He Knows. And so the song came on, and I'm listening to it, and when the chorus started, I broke into tears because it was almost like a message from God to me through my radio right at the time that I needed it the most. And if any of you have heard the song, you know what I'm talking about. Anyone that hadn't, I'll put a link in the description for the music video, and you can go and you can watch it. It's an amazing song. Even for those who might not believe or who don't believe, just once, like if you're feeling like maybe you have completely reached the end and you're just about to lose your mind, I encourage you to listen to this song. Um, it is just, it for me. It was an emotional roller coaster, and even now, months later, whenever I hear this song, I flash back to that day, and I think, oh my gosh, I'm I'm a complete I'm a complete jackass. Like I I am a terrible person, hollering and screaming and blaming him for everything. But in that song it talks about how he knows every hurt, every fear. It talks about him. He knows that suffering. He knows every pain and every hurt that anybody could possibly have. He knows all of that. So whenever you think that maybe nobody understands or nobody feels the way you feel, he does. Believe me, he knows exactly how you feel and exactly what you're going through. And he is there for you. You just really have to reach out and be like, I need you, and I need you now. For me, when I got to church, the song had ended. I sat in my car for like 10 minutes and I just cried and I kept apologizing because I felt like a complete butthead. I felt so bad. I was like, I can't believe I just did that. I was like, he probably hates me now. I was like, he probably hates me. But he doesn't hate me. He loves me. But I wanted to put that out for anybody who might be in, right at the brink of insanity with, maybe you lost your job, you don't know how to pay your bills, anything like that. Just, take a few minutes. Just, pray. He knows your needs, and he knows what you need. And sometimes I think, like, I mean, I don't want to say he's not just gonna give it to you. I mean, he knows he could just give it to you. But I think when you reach the brink of, oh my gosh, I can't take it anymore, that's when you just need to take time and you just need to pray. Because I feel like it makes you closer, and like you just feel this bond between you and him. And it will it I don't even know how to describe it. It's just like a weight has been lifted. So for anybody who thinks maybe, you know, they've reached the end, they can't do anymore, maybe listen to that song. Maybe take some time and pray. Maybe call a pastor at the church and be like, I need to talk to you. I need some guidance. They will give you guidance. They will give you anything you need. So I don't know. I don't know why I'm laughing. I just looked into the webcam and started to laugh. But for me, it was one of the most emotional days I've ever had. So I just want you to know, no matter what you're going through, you think nobody else cares, nobody else knows, nobody else has been there. He's been there, and he knows, and he can help you. You just have to believe that he will bring you through this. So, um, the link for Footprints in the Sand is in the description. The link for Jeremy Camp's video will be in the description. And I hope it brightens your day. I hope it makes you feel better. So, as always, smile and be happy because you deserve to. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.